Do you want to have better ideas? Do you struggle with mental health and controlling your thoughts? Do you want to improve your mental health and don't know where to start? Then start to journal. Why journal? Because journaling has a variety of benefits that apply to many aspects in life apart from journaling. The first benefit you will receive from journaling is clarity and better control of your thoughts. The main thing I've noticed after journaling intensely for almost a year now is the fact that my inner dialogue is way louder and both my verbal and visual thoughts are way more intense. Yet, they're more clear. Imagine your thoughts are a radio. Journaling will tune the fuzz and turn the volume up. Clarity in thought caused by journaling leads to clarity in action. I find that since I started journaling, I take action way more. This is because my thoughts are louder, constantly telling me to take action, and clearer, so the action which I need to take is intuitively obvious. Clarity breeds action because when you know what you can and need to do, it is much easier to act. Journaling also leads to better control of your thoughts, and I think that it does this in two ways. The first way is that journaling with practice is like having a conversation with yourself. So imagine talking to yourself about what thoughts would be advantageous for yourself. Imagine talking to yourself constantly about what you should think, how certain beliefs are serving you, the results of having these thoughts and beliefs, and how they affect your life. Constantly talking to yourself about what beliefs you should adopt, ones that will serve you, and how those will affect your life. Journaling not only breeds self-awareness, but self-development. The second way I believe that journaling helps control your thoughts, what I like to deem the fact that I control the pen. I control what words I write and the order that they're placed in. I control what I'm thinking about the words that I'm putting on the page. When I see my very obvious finite control over what touches the page, it truly inspires me. I could choose to write about the bad or focus on the sad things, or write about beliefs that serve no benefit to me. Well, why would I do that when I could write about the opposite? Write about beliefs that will serve me and push me forward. Instead of focusing on the bad, focusing on how I can change the bad. By controlling the pen, journaling increases the level of awareness that you have over your own perception. Journaling increases your ability to recognize where you're giving your attention to and what that is leading to. Once you have picked up journaling as a habit and put some serious time into the practice and racked up a lot of filled journals, you start to realize the second benefit of journaling, having a mind map for your own mind. If you're journaling consistently, it allows you to look back at your mind in different stages of your self-development, literally see how you have chosen your programming, and analyzing the areas which you would like to develop further, which is a great tool for self-development. The first step to self-development is self-awareness and self-analysis. Journaling gives you the tools to perform both of those on a daily basis. As I have previously stated, it forces you to observe yourself and beliefs when done properly. Then you have a mind map of your beliefs and ideas, goals and ambitions, and how they've changed over that period of time. And once you have these laid out in front of you, you can set any goal, self-development or not. Then use journaling as a tool to propel you closer by selecting the beliefs that will aid you in achieving that goal. Mark Twain, Thomas Edison, and Albert Einstein kept journals which they would frequently write in, which perfectly leads me to my next reason to journal. Journaling increases creative expression and enhances creativity. When you journal, you really just let your thoughts fly, which is very important, especially in a world of constant stimulation. We kind of dim our thoughts with all these inputs. Music, shows, even this video you're watching now. So actually, go take a 10-minute break and write down something you learned in this video so far. Or go question your beliefs if you want to get deep and analytical. Just take time to go journal. These simple prompts might lead you down a train of thought where you would have never expected, and you could get great ideas from it. I'm helping y'all out. I'm helping you. Go do it. I've had plenty of my most creative moments just sitting there with the pen. And it starts off with random stuff that has slight relation to the big idea, but is very loosely attached. It's just when you let your thoughts flow, you end up there. Here, let me read you a passage from an old journal. This is my third random thought journal. So I filled up 4, I'm on my 5th one right now. So I was writing in pencil, so I said, I'm just writing in pen, choppa, extend, nigga thinking it rhymes again. The media has infested the mind of my peers. This is horrible. This girl was just showing someone to TikTok, but it was like, she was speaking Spanish and English, and like, you know how people are bilingual, they think in duality, so I was like, she's thinking about dumb stuff in duality, because the TikTok was so stupid, bro. I don't even remember what it was, but I remember just looking like, why am I here? I don't think these niggas care. This is becoming an inner dialogue of me not trying to hear this girl. I can't lock in with all this external sensory without great deliberate focus. And then this made me think of my little sister today. She told me you just say simple things in a complicated way. So I was like, Khalil's right. I do say things in an overcomplicated manner. And she said I call her fat in a calm, complicated way. Nigga, I'm trying to educate. I really just be trying to help out, bro. But she has been making progress. Look at this shit. You know what I'm saying? Stretch it out. Breathe in. You want some water? All right, ready, set, go. She could not do that before. Like, she couldn't even hold herself up. Now she can hold herself up, so we making progress. People don't want to talk when they can be on their phone instead. So if you think back, this still does connect to the original thought, which is about that girl thinking in duality, but it was about like the stupidest thing. She was like or if you're talking on the phone. And then it gets like, this is it went from like normal pages, then when the page starts looking like this, like, you know, it's getting tricky. It's like a mind map at this point. Like I said, that's one of the benefits. Digital worshipers being controlled by mass information overload, tracked by our every digital move. What we want to experience, our creative limit of seeing others' creation. They have connection, they have fake sex, they have fucking community, family, money, food, and most importantly, information. That's why it's the biggest right here, because it's the most important. They got the information on this bitch. Hub of our necessities controlled by people. Digital overlords who can literally shape and control the movement of the collective thought. Taking hold of the development of human thought. Cultivating and controlling the idea and the frontier on which the idea takes place. So they can control what information they put out and where it goes to, because they control where you're looking at it and what you're looking at. The show and the audience are the same. Like in social media, the show and the audience are the same. Also find that my ideas are amalgamation of multiple inputs, which I also found out whilst journaling, and I was talking about that idea. And this is just a picture, but it like kind of communicates what I'm saying. So it's like, there's the lower level thought, which is kind of like, if you ever heard the term lizard brain, like you just think it instantly, food, instant fear, like just your flinch reaction. But that's even deeper than lizard brain, but we're not going to get into all the autonomic nervous system and shit. Like comfort and shelter, you know, Maslow's hierarchies to an extent, like that, those lower levels, your basic animal needs, because you won't be thinking about those if you can't have it, because your animal brain will be like, bro, we need to survive. And then you get to a middle level thought, which is kind of like your relation into people around you, which I think is more of the monkey shit, like, oh, how I'm perceived by this person and this person and this person. Because like, if you think about it, we all just a big group of monkeys. So if you were out in the wild, your place in society would matter a lot. Then you get to the higher level thought, which is what was just on that page, and it's where you're connecting all these little inputs from these lower tier and then the mid tier, and then it kind of amalgamates into this. And I feel like once you get into this realm, it kind of even leaves like your human body. Like, have you ever been so deep in thought that it's not even you become the thought? Not in the sense of like, oh, you're thinking bad and then like you just become your anger, but it's like you kind of leave here, if that makes sense. I don't know how to properly explain it without like just giving my experience to you, but that's the best way I could put it. Now that I piqued your interest for picking up the habit of journaling, I'm going to be explaining how to start journaling. Now, starting journaling is actually really simple. All you need is something to write with. I recommend a journal with a trustable writing utensil, and you can write on the Notes app of the device that you're currently watching this on. It's no journal and writing utensils available. The best way to start journaling is with everything. Start small, then gradually build up through discipline. The best way to start journaling is the best way to start everything. Start small, then gradually build up with consistent discipline. I recommend starting by doing one simple, repeatable prompt. I started by writing what I'm grateful for every day, but yours can be anything. Some examples would be what stood out or what was different about today for you. How did you make your life different with your actions than previously? What would you be interested in learning? You know, things like that. You could even make your own that you want to do every day. Once you have your prompt, write on the first page of your journal a set amount of time that you want to do every day, or a set number of pages that you want to do each day. Once again, start small, like 1 or 2 pages or 5 or 10 minutes. Then soon you will be wanting to write more, or just find yourself naturally doing it later in the day. When this first starts happening, don't hire your daily goal to some ridiculous number. Keep things modest, small increments over a period of weeks. Think of this as slowly increasing the amount of weight that you put on to exercise. progressive overload. Now go do your simple journaling prompt instead of watching YouTube videos. Then once you develop the habit, in a couple of days, come back to my channel. I'll have a video out of a bunch of different forms of journaling that you can do. So subscribe so you don't miss out on it. Now get off YouTube, go journal and receive the immense benefits.